have to talk
Well,
this with somebody.
it's been done already. I mean, if you heard Kevin Smith already spoiled the fuck out of it, there's a whole
Right.
bunch of other people that. But whoa, it's funny because I heard all the pre-sale of tickets. You know how, well, even I told you that I wasn't doing opening
Right.
weekend.
Yeah.
I was like,
You said hell no, you ain't gonna do it.
no, yeah, but the kids were moping around. Had the 11-year-old, T-Bone's like, oh, that's sad, this and that. So I kind of like thinking that there was no tickets available, made him a deal. Like, if I can get tickets, we'll go.
Right.
Well, that backfired. So we ended up going a week ago.
Yeah. We went Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry, Sunday afternoon. And I gotta say, kudos to most people in this world. Most people kept their fucking mouth closed about this movie.
Well,
they gave it a good
Okay.
4 or 5 days.
Yes, they did. And another thing that surprised the hell out of me, because this is a 3-hour-long movie. I've never experienced what I've experienced a week ago in a movie theater, where everybody that was there to watch the fucking movie. Nobody got up to go to the restroom. There were no kids making noise, nothing. It was like, I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody here is in unison, just here to watch the Avengers.
And
So
one of the
kudos
things,
to everybody that went up.
I have a buddy that works in the building I work in sometimes, who owns like 10,000 comic books. He's fucking crazy. You probably know him too.
Yeah.
Anyways, he brought up a topic that I wanted to go into before we really delve into this movie, and this topic was how awesome is it that Kevin Feige and the people over there at Disney did something us comic book nerds and us geeky people have not been able to do since the dawn of time. They were able to get people involved and emotionally into comic book characters that never before had shown any interest in these characters or in the comic books or anything.
People from all walks of life who normally don't give two shits about comic books were shedding tears.
They were into it. My wife asked me, "Hey, do you want me to pre-order tickets? I want to go see this. How about I go ahead and pre-order them?" Who are you and what have you done with my wife? No, I shouldn't say that. She's really enjoyed all of the Marvel movies she's been into.
Well, when I met Mrs. Pato when I was dating her, one of the big things about Mrs. Pato is that she liked this kind of movies. In fact, the first time we went out on a date, Iron Man 2 wasn't in theaters.
Wow.
So we went to watch Iron Man 2. So, like I said, I know, like I said, I've been lucky she likes action movies, but yeah, it is incredible. They've reached out to people that normally wouldn't read comic books or wouldn't normally care about them.
Right. And what was really neat was like, okay, maybe they might have drawn them in originally with Robert Downey Jr. or with Thor's, six-pack abs or with, or with Black Panther being the first primarily African-American acted movie.
Yes.
But that might have been what drew everybody in.
Yes.
But that wasn't the emotions that were in this movie.
No.
People were emotionally invested into this. There were tears, there were screams, there were, laughter. There was true emotion. Everybody had it.
Yes.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I mean, right from the opening scenes where you got Tony Stark's in space. Well, the opening scenes on this one, they took you elsewhere. They took you to Hawkeye's farm, right?
I believe. So, we're probably going to be jumping around a lot in this because it's been a week or so since we've seen the movie. So, a lot of this is going to be going by memory. So, if we're jumping around a lot, just try to keep up.
Yeah. And if you watch the movie, chances are you know what we're talking about. If you haven't, well, you shouldn't be here. You should be watching the movie and then come back.
Right. And what makes this a little bit more difficult to talk about was in most movies, there's just one major scene that gets you involved. In this one, there was the whole movie.
That's one of the things that Kevin Smith said. This movie was practically fan. What did he call it? Fan service, or I don't know
Yeah,
what.
fan service.
It's like they catered to their fans. They did a very good job. You know, if you've been watching these movies, like some of us, like I said, I've been following this story since Iron Man, and you could see and hear the references to the other movies, and even
Which
through
was
the comic books.
awesome. It was so awesome.
It was. I mean, so it starts off with what Hawkeye having a picnic with his family, showing
Right.
his daughter, which I guess his daughter at one point in time becomes the new Hawkeye.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, how awesome was that? You
So
got to
you
see her
see,
beforehand.
yeah, exactly. There she is, and he's messing around with her, trying to distract her. So, and you know, and he's got the ankle bracelet. I guess he's like under house arrest or whatever.
Right. Something.
Yeah,
And
and
then all of a sudden,
I guess the wife calls him to eat or whatever, right? And as he's turning around to go, they're like, "Yeah, we're coming." He turns around. I guess that's when Thanos snapped his fingers and they disappeared. Wow.
how
So
emotional was that?
yeah, could you
That
imagine?
got me. That
Yeah,
got me
could you
so
imagine? Yeah, you're
fucking
hanging
hard.
out with your family, something happens, you turn around, they're nowhere to be found.
And they're gone. And they couldn't have gone anywhere.
Yeah,
It's a big open fucking field. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. They got me right in the fields, right from Jump Street. I was
yep,
already hook, line, and sinker. I was like a fucking big ass fish just being drug along on this fucking line.
yeah. Then from there, they take us to space with Tony
With,
Stark
with Tony Stark and
and
with
Nebula.
Nebula and,
Hmm.
and such an emotional. I mean, I saw how many times have we watched the trailer?
The trailer.
Tony Stark saying, "Hey, I'll go to sleep, and the last thing I'll be thinking about is you." And like, Jesus
Basically,
Christ, like I started to recuperate from Hawkeye, and now you got me right again.
yeah. And then on top of that, Nebula's always been this heartless badass, and apparently she finds a way to like bond with
With Tony,
Tony, make a friendship, and she picks
and it's
him
just
up.
not playing fucking paper
Paper
football.
football. Yeah,
It's
weird that
it's
was to
such
be
a stupid thing, but it was so heartfelt, you know?
Yeah, it was. That was funny, and you could see he was letting her win.
Right.
but but it's funny how they made a friendship, and of
And they
course,
were okay with
what was coming? They
going
had
on.
enough
Right.
oxygen for 48 hours. He was gonna go. I think Nebula probably could have survived because she's more mechanical, right?
Right.
Or well, she's still somewhat human, so maybe she would have eventually died too. I don't know.
Right.
But
But then we have
they
your girl, all of a sudden showed up.
Yeah, Captain Marvel, which I guess, I don't know. Some people have their opinions about her, but it's just a fucking comic book, and I'm gonna
Right.
enjoy that. I mean,
I'm going to
her and
enjoy it.
her girl.
I don't like her particularly, but I
I,
like the character.
I like the character. I like, I think she did a good job portraying the character. So all I'm saying is, okay, whatever. It's
Right.
a comic book movie, so she
Take it
saved the
as
day.
take it for what it is.
Yeah,
Tony Stark was fucking saved.
yeah, by Captain Marvel. So I
Right.
guess I
But then that leads us to him being at the Avenger headquarters, I guess.
yes.
And he's in a fucking wheelchair
Well,
or
yeah,
something
he's
close,
very
something like it.
weak.
You know what I mean? He's
Well,
so weak and he's so emaciated. God damn it. Robert Downey Jr. Acted the fuck out of that.
Yep.
And then he's all fucking jumping in Cap's face. Oh, god
Yeah.
damn, dude. I could feel the tension.
Yeah, like you said, we did whatever, whatever it takes, or if we lose, we go down together. Where were you? Just
Right. I
basically,
had a plan. I knew how to fight this, and you didn't want to. Like,
yeah.
oh, Jesus, dude. Oh, Jesus
His plan
fucking
didn't work
Christ.
either. I mean, Ultron almost tried to take over too, so it was.
Right.
But bottom line, yeah, it was very, you could see the emotions right there. That
And then where do we go from there?
let's see. From there, I think.
We go like
Gosh,
5 years. Well, they say 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years happen, and then freak accident. I guess this rat cruises the van from Ant-Man is in a storage place.
Well, before that, one of the scenes that I really liked was before that. It had
What?
Black Widow in the office, kind of taking on the role of head
Nick Fury.
Avenger. Yeah, I really, really, really like that scene.
Oh,
Like
which is
that's
when the
another
cap
scene that
shows up.
yeah, that's another scene that really got me was when she was video conferencing everybody, and she hangs up, and then and she basically is like, "Listen, this is my fucking family. This is this is who I am now."
Yeah,
Like
and
you
then
can't just ask me to stop this right on a dime.
yeah, that's true. And then there's I guess Rhodey's the one that sticks around, once because
Right.
she's talking to Rocket, she's talking to Nebula,
And Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, and yeah. But Rhodey's like, and they're talking about something that or someone that's been killing off like
But
cartels and
right.
and
And they both know who it is.
they both know who it is.
Right.
Yeah, so they're
Right.
yeah, I remember that part. And then Captain America shows up, and they
And
have a
then
little conversation.
right. And then a few minutes later is when Scott Lang uh pops out of the time quantum.
Well, yeah, you see the rat going through the control panel, which some people, I guess, didn't like
Listen,
that
some
scene.
people might have not liked that scene. To me,
But
well,
it's
it's
life
fucking magic.
randomness. It
It's
is.
fucking like Mark Bernardin said it really well. Can you find some holes in this movie? Yes, but it's fucking magic.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Like
And
that's how I felt throughout this whole thing.
so,
I
yeah,
was like, it's
rat.
magic. Okay,
Okay, so you were saying the rat steps on the button. Ant-Man comes out of the quantum realm,
right.
and they
And we get
fight.
a cameo right then.
Oh yeah, Hangover
And
guy.
right. And then next thing you know, he's pulling this fucking wagon full of all his shit, and he doesn't know what happened. He's completely fucking clueless as to what happened.
What happened? Yeah.
And it shows him running around the memorial, which once again,
Yeah.
goddamn, dude, this was like a roller coaster because you had
Well,
him popping out, and everybody was like, "Oh
you notice
yeah!"
how he asked that kid, "Hey kid, what happened?" And the kid just looks at him like, "Really? Where the fuck have you been?" Kind of
Fucking
look and
tools.
keeps
It's like,
rolling on
you
his
piece of
bike.
shit. Why are you going to remind me of this bullshit?
Yeah, kind of like that.
But it shows him running around those monuments, and
Yeah,
as a parent, like I'm like, oh god, I know what he's feeling.
yeah, looking for his family, for his kid's name, but he finds his own name.
Right. And he's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
And then he goes to the house and he fucking meets that girl who turns out to be his fucking daughter.
5 years
Oh,
later, his
god
daughter is a
damn it.
teenager.
Once again, they had me. Like, I can't
Yeah.
stress this enough. It is so uncommonly rare for a movie to have me this emotionally ingested, like into it.
And you weren't the only one. We were all there. He's like, oh, because I immediately, when she opened the door and she saw him, I'm like, oh, dang, 5 years later. It's the little
Yeah,
girl.
the whole theater, he opens the door and she looks at him, and you can see the tears in her eyes, and the whole crowd just,
Yeah.
like everybody was just like, oh my god, oh my
Crazy,
god.
huh?
And next thing you know, he's heading over to Avengers headquarters as well.
Yeah. That's when I guess he rings the doorbell and he, and what is the captain says? Is this, he thought it was like an old video or something?
Right. Is this a
Or is this,
recording, or
is
she's
this
like, no, this is the front door.
the front door? Yeah.
And
So,
Scott Lang, I love him. He's like, remember, I was at the airport. I got really, really big.
yeah. He's always trying to get recognition for being Ant-Man.
Right. Nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Like,
So funny. And then
yeah.
they meet up with,
They talk about the possibility. He introduces the idea of time,
right. And they meet up with Hulk.
which is the 90s Hulk, the one where
Right.
he finds a
like a
a
happy medium.
yeah, where he's still the Hulk, but he's intelligent, like David